What's up, everybody? Justin with Setup Events. This is going to be the pre-race brief for the White Lake Spring International and Sprint on Sunday, May 4th, this weekend. If you are racing the half on Saturday, this pre-race brief will not apply to you. However, I just got off a video with Tom Clifford from Without Limits, and we would just recorded a Zoom video that had a little pre-race brief in it and a call with one of the former pro Ironman champions, and it was a good call. So you can check out that Zoom call, or we will be doing the pre-race brief Friday night at 6:30 at Goldstein's. So if you're doing the international and sprint, this is for you. So as always, I'll go over everything that the pre-race packet will have that gets emailed to you and some. You can also utilize that as a good reference, and then you always can go to the pre-race or to the race website at setupevents.com under NC Tri Series, and the race website will have a bunch of info on there as well, and that'll also be the website where you'll get your results at the end of the race. So this race has been going on since 1996. All right. And as always, this is a picture that I took myself a few years back, maybe 2 or 3 years, but this is the scenery that White Lake has to offer. So, packet pickup. Packet pickup will go Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. at the race site at our blue trailer. It's our timing trailer. So you can do your packet pickup Saturday night. We'll also be doing a pre-swim with a lifeguard on duty Saturday night from 5 to 7. We won't have the big orange buoys out, but we'll have our white buoys out there, our smaller white buoys with the course marked for you if you want to catch a lap or two. So packet pickup will go Saturday 5 to 7. And then on Sunday, if you're an international participant, from 5 to 6:30 a.m. And if you're a sprint participant, from 6 until 7 a.m. All right. And then all sprinters, you need to be at the race site by 7 because the international race starts at 7. And we need everybody in and in the TA, getting everything set up and hopefully out of the way by the time the international swimmers get out of the water. So the international starts at 7 a.m. The sprint starts at 8 a.m. All right. So an 1 hour gap in between the two different races. On Sunday, when you get there, you will need to get your timing strap underneath our orange tent, which will be located right outside of the transition area. It says timing chip pickup. You will need your bib with you, your race bib, so that way we verify we can hand you the right strap, and that is your timing strap. So it's a new system we're using this year. It's a Velcro strap. It's got all the guts inside of it, and that will go around your ankle. Now, wetsuits. I'm going to get a water temp on Thursday and Friday, and we'll try and post it up to give you an idea of what the water temp is at White Lake. Historically, the water has been pretty warm. All right. So if it's 79 degrees or above, we will not be wetsuit legal. If it's between 79 and 83, you can wear a wetsuit. However, you're not eligible for awards. So you can bring your wetsuit, but the water is going to be pretty warm. My guesstimate right now is going to be mid 70s, so it's going to be pretty toasty. We will announce on race morning whether we are wetsuit legal or not, and we'll give a post on Friday probably giving a rough estimate of what the water temp's looking like. So practice swim on Saturday night. If you want to get a practice swim Sunday morning, it needs to happen before the 7 o'clock international swim wave starts. So we'll kick everybody out of the water usually around 6:50, and that's where we will how you'll get your practice swim in. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here, make sure I hit everything. So, as always, I will start sharing my screen and showing you some of the info that I'm looking at and some good resources. So, all of this, what I'm going to share right now, is on the race website, and I'm going to pull it up right now. So, starting off with the race website. So you've seen this if you signed up. We still are taking sign up. So if you got some friends looking to sign up, we'll take you all the way up until race morning. So this has a bunch of information, and down at the bottom, it'll also have the course maps. All right. And I love using the course maps because this is a great tool. All right. I'm going to start off with my map of White Lake. So this is the Grand Regal. This is where everything occurs. The transition area will be in this little box right here inside the parking lot. We do allow parking in this area. Um, it typically fills up, and then overflow parking will be in this grass field. If you've got spectators coming after the race starts, or if you're a sprinter that's going to arrive a little later, I would pretty much just expect to park in this area and then cross the street right here. Just make sure you're ensure you are using our road guards at the road right here throughout the race. And that's for spectators too, because once the race is live, the bike course actually comes straight down White Lake Drive right here. So this is a good layout. If you've never been there before, you can definitely check it out if you're going to get there Saturday. Map it out. I always recommend go and check out the bike course if you get there a day earlier, just to familiarize yourself with the bike course. So I'll start with the international um, swim course. All right, so just kind of angled a little bit. So this is the Goldstein's Pier, what you see behind me, right? The sign that says Goldstein's Pier. So this is the pier right here. We're going to swim around the pier. We start on the left side as you face the water, and we swim clockwise. So there will be two triangular buoys at each turn right here, and right here. Those are your turn buoys. You got to swim around those. We always usually put a buoy at the end of this pier or this dock, so that way you can see which dock is the Goldstein's Beach Pier. All right. Because when you're out in the water, the sun starts coming up and it's hard to see. You just see a bunch of docks. We will have Wiggly Man down on the beach right here, but you may not even see him coming around the turn. So we'll put a buoy at the end of this dock right here so you have a good reference point. Internationals, you're going to swim 2 laps. You're going to go out, hit turn one, hit turn two, and then as you're coming back towards the water, you want to hug that pier. All right. You want to stay tight to the pier, the Goldstein's Pier, because it's going to push you in a lane and you're going to come out of the water and you're going to actually cross the pier, go back on the other side where the start side is, and you're going to run back out into the water and go get your second lap. All right, once you finish your second lap, you'll come up on the beach and you're just going to stay straight down in between these two docks. And that's going to put you in another chute that's going to push you over the timing mats. And then it's going to lead you to the transition area. So I'm going to go back to this map right here. So this is that pier I was talking about. You're going to come out on this side and you're actually going to run through this courtyard and then you're going to run up the finish line. The finish line will be in this area right here. You're going to run up past the finish line and then it's going to take you to the transition area underneath that swim finish inflatable. You'll go to your bike, make sure you clasp your helmet, and then you'll make your way out the bike start inflatable. All right. We'll have red tape on the ground. That is your mount line. You cannot mount your bike until after you go past the mount line. There is a shoulder right here. Um, we usually ask, stay in the shoulder the first 20 feet until you get up to speed. And then bikers, you're actually going to ride in the road in the correct travel of the direction that cars travel. Sorry about that. And you will be riding in the road. There will be cones out on White Lake Drive. Inside of the cones is for the runners. All right. So bikes, you need to stay in the driving lane. There will be vehicles on the road, not a whole lot. This is a pretty small town. So you will stay on the right side of the road and allow vehicles to pass you or pass vehicles safely if you are going faster than them. Um, so this is where you'll just jump on the bike course. Let me pull up the bike course now. So international bike course, right? So you're going to start and you're going to hang a right on 53. And then you're going to go up to Highway 701. We'll have cones at this intersection right here. Stay on the inside of the cones. We're trying to protect you from the traffic on Highway 701 right here. This is a pretty hard turn, so just watch your speed in this turn. You'll stay on 701. You'll come right here. There's a BP gas station. It kind of swerves to the left, and 701 will take you all the way out to Highway 210 where you hang a right. Um, we have a water bottle handoff roughly in this vicinity for the international bike participants. So this is where you'll get your water bottle handoff, the Deer Spring bottles. Um, easy to refill your jug, or you can keep the cap on and just slides right into your water bottle basket. After you come down Highway 210, you'll hang another right on Highway 41. And this is, from what I've been told, this is a fast section of the bike course. The whole bike course is fast, but this is a real fast bike section. Then as you're coming back into town right here, we'll have folks out on the road directing you to hang a left and another left onto White Lake Drive, and then you will come back by the start finish. So the course is exactly 28 miles. Um, you will do one loop internationals, and you'll bring it back into the transition area. So you're going to be coming from this direction. You're going to come down, and again, there will be tape on the ground. We ask all bikers to get as close to the sidewalk as possible. There is a lane there, and there will not be any cones in this section. We ask that you get as tight to the right as possible in the event that there are vehicles behind you and they are still traveling down White Lake Drive. We do not want you stopping in the middle of the road and unclipping and dismounting your bike with cars traveling behind you. We'll have a red line on the ground. That's your dismount line, and then you'll go underneath that bike finish inflatable and back into the transition area. Grab your running shoes, grab your running bib. Make sure your bib is facing to the front so we can read your number from the front. And then you'll go underneath that run start inflatable right now. I'm going to see if this comes up. No, the Goldstein sign. So you'll run right behind the Goldstein's pier sign and then onto the road. And you will actually stay on the sidewalk right here. And let me pull up that run course for the internationals. Yep. So right here, you'll come out and you're going to stay on the sidewalk. And then the sidewalk ends right around Camp Clearwater. Or I'm sorry, there is no sidewalk until Camp Clearwater, so you'll be riding in the gutter. We'll have the cones right there, and then at Camp Clearwater, a sidewalk picks up. So we ask that you run on the sidewalk, and then you'll take White Lake Drive all the way down to Highway 53. You'll hang a right, stay on the sidewalk, and then we'll have our run turnaround sign where you need to turn around right here. And then you'll come back. You'll stay on the sidewalk, you'll stay on the sidewalk, and then when you get to the Camp Clearwater entrance, we'll push you out into the the gutter, the bike lane. There'll be cones. Stay on the inside, stay between the cone and the gutter, all the way back to the transition area. And internationals, you're going to do this course twice. So right when you get to the Goldstein's Pier sign, we'll have our second lap turnaround sign. That's what it says, second lap turnaround. And you will hang a U-turn right here and go back out for your second lap. Again, to the turnaround. We'll have a aid station roughly right here, right before you get to 53s. So you'll hit that water aid station 4 times on your run. And then when you are wrapping things up, you'll merge onto the sidewalk, and then we'll actually push you straight down right here, and you will bring it all the way to the finish line. Finish line will be roughly in this vicinity right here. So that's the international course. Sprinters, you're going to start at 8 a.m. There's your swim course, 1 lap. You don't have to worry about anything. You're going to start on the left side, you're going to finish on the right side and come straight out of the water. Same rules apply for the transition right here. You'll run up the finish line underneath the swim finish inflatable. This will be the TA, this big old box right here. You'll go underneath the bike start inflatable, mount after the red line, pick up speed before you get into the road, and then merge into the actual road. Do not ride in between the cones and the gutter. That's where runners will be. The sprint bike course, very similar to the international bike course. All right, we're going to start down here, past Camp Clearwater, hang a right on 53. We'll make a right on 701. Again, stay in this corner right here. We have cones. We want the bikes to stay on the inside of the cones because the cones are what's going to separate you and the traffic traveling on 701 in the same direction that you're going. You'll be on 701. You'll see this BP gas station right here. The road swerves to the left. You'll take 701. Now, the only difference here is the sprinters are going to hang a right-hand turn at Moat Road. All right. So if you're an international participant, you're going to see somebody out here and you're going to see sprinters hanging a right on Moat Road. Internationals keep going all the way to 210. Sprinters, you will hang a right-hand turn on Moat Road and you will cut down to Highway 41. This cuts through and this cuts the course by about 10 miles. You'll eventually make your way down to Highway 41 and you will merge in with the sprinters, or I'm sorry, with the internationals. So, international and sprint bikes, I, I need you all to understand that the sprint bike course merges with the international bike course on Highway 41. So, just be mindful of that. You'll make your way back into town onto White Lake Drive. Let me pull up this map again. You'll come in White Lake Drive, hug the right-hand side, almost put yourself in the gutter right here, dismount at the red line, go underneath that bike finish inflatable, re-rack your bike, get your running shoes, get your running bib, and you will go out on the run course. For the sprint run course, it's just one lap. You're going to see international folks out there probably doing 2 laps. You're going to just go all the way out, stay in between the cone and the gutter. When you get to Camp Clearwater, make your way to the sidewalk. You'll hit this aid station roughly right in this area. Hang a right on 53, hit the turnaround, and then you're on your way back. All right. And then sprinters, you will, when you see the Goldstein's Pier sign, you're just going in towards the finish as our volunteer and our staff direct you to. That'll take you to the finish line chute right here. So, yep, there's one more look at it. You can check it out on your own, um, or you can scope it out. Saturday, we'll be doing the half, and we'll be wrapping up the race around 3:30 will probably be our cutoff point, and then we'll start making some shifts, adjustments for the Sunday race. There's a few little changes that we'll make after the half on Saturday to suit the needs of the Sunday racers. So again, you can check out the race website. This is where you find all your details. Check your email. The pre-race packet will be in there. So that is what I typically cover. We'll go over heat wave times. This is in the pre-race packet, but 7 a.m. on Sunday, the international first wave will go. That'll be wave one, purple caps. That'll be our advanced males and females, our 54 and under males at 7:04. That'll be the second wave, white caps, males 55 to 64. And at 7:08, pink caps. That'll be females 60 plus, males 65 plus, Athenas, Clydesdales, Aqua Bikes, novices, and relay teams, all at that third 7:08 wave. At 8 a.m., we will start the sprint race. First wave will be advanced males and females, and all males 69 and under. At 8:03, we will start wave two. That'll be white caps. That'll be females 59 and under. And at 8:06, female 60 plus, male 70 plus, Athenas, Clydesdales, Aquabikes, novices, and relays will all be that third and final wave at 8:06. Make sure you have your swim cap with you down at the start so we can easily identify which wave you're in. And make sure you have your timing strap on your ankle. All right. Once the race is over, awards, we will give awards to top three in each category, age group, and all the other categories we offer. We will try to target the sprint awards at 10:45 and the international awards at 11:30. Their race is going to take a little bit longer. So, a few questions I usually get. How do I rack my bike? Good question. You find your number. Each bike rack is numbered, and you want to make sure that you're facing your number and you can read it legibly because every number faces the opposite direction. All right, once you found your number and you can read it legibly, that is the side of the bike rack that you're standing on that your wheel should touch the ground. So it doesn't matter front or back wheel, but the wheel needs to touch the ground on the side of the bike rack that you're standing on when you can read your number legibly. All of your gear, your helmet, your running shoes, your bike shoes, uh, your goggles when you're done swimming, all of that gear goes to the right side of your wheel. So please make sure you set up your bike properly. And if you see anybody improperly setting their stuff up, just feel free to let them know because they probably didn't watch this video or they probably just are unaware. And if you have a question, find a staffer and we will make sure you are good. The aqua bike. If you are an aqua bike participant, your race is over when you go underneath the bike finish inflatable. You'll cross some timing mats there that'll pick up your time, and your race is over. So go ahead and re-rack your bike, and then go underneath the TA entrance. You don't want to go over any more timing mats. Go underneath that TA entrance and just take your timing strap and take it all the way to the finish line and just say I'm aqua bike. They'll know exactly what to do. Um, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment in whatever platform you're watching this. You can message us a DM if you don't want it public. You can on Instagram or Facebook is fine, or tag me Justin underscore NCTS NC Tri Series. So, and I will get back to you. So we're looking forward to a great weekend at White Lake. Weather right now, I just checked it. It's looking like a chance of rain on Sunday. Not a whole lot, not a great chance right now. So maybe a little overcast, which should be good. We will hope for no fog. In the past, we've had fog prior to the swim start, and we usually just hold off a couple minutes and wait until the fog lifts. But it's always a great weekend at White Lake. And if you get an opportunity to come out early on Saturday to check out the half, the White Lake Half Pro-Am, put on by Setup Events and Without Limits. I highly recommend it. It's a rare opportunity to see the professional athletes at a venue like this putting on a great show for us. So um, that's all I got. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching the video if you're still here, and we'll see you at White Lake. Have a great race.